We have another deep speculative stash at the running back position. A lot of people are conspiring on. Nobody is talking about, and we're going to deep dive him here today. Jaret Patterson, backup running back of the Chargers, got a little bit of extra work last week. The headlines are buzzing a little bit, but nobody's talking about the fantasy impact, and nobody's willing to deep dive them. So that's what we're going to do today, talking about the good, the bad, the ugly of him, his advanced metrics, and his situation. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're doing these deep dives all day long on as many players as possible. Those trending players, those players you're trying to look up to see whether or not you want to roster. You watch the video, you take it in, you're like, I'll let him be. Or you're like, I'll pick him up today. Click that subscribe button. Stay on the know of these players who are about to get anointed on some of these depth charts and stop missing out. Ric Flair's watching. You do not want to disappoint our man Ric Flair because he's always got his eye on you. But a lot of people are speculating here. With Jaret Patterson looming, is Commodity Vital still a must start? Jaret Patterson, Fantasy Football Waiver Wire News. Jaret Patterson is being searched up here on Sleeper, and we're looking at him right now, 28% snap share. 9 carries in week 9, 11 in week 8. We're starting to get that work. And what that tells me is that we have potential to do something. We're the next man up if something happens to Commodity Vital. Marion Hampton's going to be back, but Jaret Patterson in an offense that's winning games and is in electric game scripts where the pace is pushed and there's a good amount of points scored. Jaret Patterson has upside on any given Sunday as a stash play, and everybody knows this because they're looking him up. He's ranked 7th among searches here at the running back position. He is trending, and there's a lot of other fodder running backs that are there every single week, but he's the newcomer. He's the newcomer up the trending list right now. Him, Ty Johnson, but we know why with James Cook. Jaret Patterson, though, we got to deep dive him because that means people have questions. Chargers placed Hassan Haskins on injured reserve. That was a bit ago. Hassan Haskins is just a butt rock running back. He's not even nickelback. He's more like puddle of mud. But still, Hassan Haskins not getting it done, going to IR. His season's pretty much done. And at Buffalo, he was productive. And he was productive instantly as a freshman with over 1,000 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns, doubled down as a sophomore, 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns. And then he finished off his career with 1,000 yards and 19 touchdowns. Just productive. A running back that we are paying attention to throughout his collegiate career. In 2019, over 1,100 yards after contact, 3.92 yards after contact per attempt on his career. Not a lot in the passing game, but for what he is as a backup to a backup, as speculation, we're just hoping he gets thrusted out there. This is a running back that has good wiggle, that can see the hole, that can get through it, that has a little pop in the step. You see him get undrafted here in 2021. We go to the Washington Commanders in preseason. We show off some pop, we show off some wiggle, but nothing really materializes here. As you see, we do have one RB1 week to our name. That is something to pay attention to because deep into the season, you need him randomly. He can pop off some production. That's what you get out of Jaret Patterson. Are you getting next Saquon? No. Next Bijan? No. Are you even getting next Kenneth Walker? No. But you got a random running back here that's very slick in the open field, that moves laterally very well, that can find a hole, good vision, good patience, just a meat and potatoes running back here that can get it done for you. And he has been with the Commanders and Chargers and has stuck with the Chargers here for a bit now and is now starting to get his opportunity with this team. Prior, as a rookie, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns. The fact that he was able to stick around with the Commanders and then lock in with the Chargers, considering he was a UDFA, is a testament to his skill set, testament that he gets the job done, and that the coaches want to keep him around with these different coaching staffs. You're looking at this depth chart. Amar Johnson, not that good. Marion Hampton on IR. Najee Harris, out. Hassan Haskins, out. Commodity Vital, Jaret Patterson. So we're just looking at a graveyard of running backs here with the Chargers, and Vital's holding it down, but Patterson is starting to get a little work. And Vital hit for 2 games, missed on 3 in fantasy, but he's very explosive. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He was a rookie last year. He's a hardball pick, and Commodity Vital has some upside to his game, and we're hitting about every other game here in this offense. You're looking at the true yards per carry, 3.7 for Jaret Patterson, not really getting it done. Yards created per rush, 2.9, so it's just so-so. It's just so-so. Commodity Vital has been fine, 4.35, 2.48 on yards created per rush attempt. He's been fine. He's been all right. Nothing crazy, nothing elite, but he's been all right. He's very explosive in space, though. He's the most explosive, healthy running back on this roster right now. Targets per game, Commodity Vital. He's getting 2.1 on 14 routes per game with a 35.8 route participation rate. Jaret Patterson is just getting a little bit of work. He's not going to get it done in the receiving game anyways. He never did, not even at Buffalo when he was killing it. But you're looking at the rushing totals here. Commodity Vital on 66 rush attempts, just a little bit less than American Hampton, 4.7 yards per carry. He's going to be the guy. Like, we're not saying he's getting usurped, but Jaret Patterson, something happens to Vital, or Vital does start slowing down and Patterson starts being the hot hand, that's something to pay attention to. He just hasn't been the hot hand yet. He's just been getting work. A 27% share of the rushing attempts, 3.7 yards per carry. Jaret Patterson's just been getting work. That's what we're noticing here. He's just been getting work. He's kind of okay, but nothing really to shake a stick at right now. You're looking at the opportunity shares here, and Jaret Patterson has a 16% share in his 2 games. That is something to note. That is pushing 1B back status. That is something to note for a handcuff running back. If you're looking for a short-term flyer, if you're in a deeper league, if you have deeper requirements, Jaret Patterson might be a look for you. If you have Vital and you want to cuff, or if you don't want to fight the fab, or whatever strategy I'm trying to think of for you, then you're going to have to look at Jaret Patterson. He is a deeper play. He is a guy to look at. He is a guy to throw in, considering a 16% opportunity share that you could throw in a dire situation, big-time dire situation, into the flex and just close your eyes because he might get that goal line look. He might get that big play because he's getting the opportunities here with a 16% opportunity share. None of it in the passing game, all of it up to gut. Like, he's not getting targets. He's not getting work in the passing game. Vital's the play in this team. Don't get it twisted. Vital's the play. Just in case you can't read between the lines, Vital's the play, and American Hampton is still going to be the guy in this offense. He will be back sooner than later after the bye. So we got a couple games here to play around with these 2 running backs. You're looking at the matchups here. You got Pittsburgh coming up, and they're off and on when it comes to allowing production to running backs. No running back has blew them up, though. Nobody has hit for 20-plus PPR fantasy points against them. Now you're looking at Jacksonville. They're also rather stout when it comes to allowing production to running backs in fantasy football. Those are 2 matchups that could be rather volatile. Then after that, it's up in the air because American Hampton could be back. But if I'm in a deeper league and I'm looking at these plays, it's a deep lineup play, a deep league play. Like, if I have deeper lineup requirements and deeper benches, then I'm looking his way. Traditional 12-man leagues, the waiver wire has to be burnt to a crisp pretty much, because the traditional leagues, it's really going to be hard to pull this off with the bye weeks and injuries. However, if you got a spot, or if you want to speculate, or if you want a Chargers back outside of Vital, if you want that backup, you want that stash, here's another one to look at. It's a short-term stash. You know you'll be flipping to another guy here soon, which American is back. That is another strategy too. Like, if you just want a hot potato stash, that's one to think of. Like, if you want to go back to the waiver wire, or if you want a stash that can be a guy that's sitting there knowing that you can easily move off of him to the next big thing on the waiver wire next week or the week after and not have to think twice, while he could potentially still give you value if given the opportunity. That's another strategy. I got a million of them, but it's too deep for some of you guys. I want to stress that out. A 10-team league, it's going to be very hard. Vital has to go down for that to happen, or he has to cash out with double touchdowns. Like, he's got to double up on crossing the goal line in matchups. He ain't going to get enough volume for him to be scoring high enough for a 10-team league. 12 teamers in dire situations, so bottom third in the league at flex and running back. You're hurt up, you're beat up, you're looking at this. Your normal plays, you're not looking at this. Your normal lineups, your normal situations, you're really not looking at this. But if you want to stash, some of you guys are stashing the deeper prospects. There are strategies and ways to do so. This is a running back to pay attention to, especially this week and going forward until Marion Hampton is back. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.